Australia won a magnificent game of cricket.
What a game of cricket we've been treated to.
Dharamshala's final World Cup match delivered a classic, going down to the 5-run victory for Australia, but it was the highest ever aggregate at a World Cup, 771 runs scored. Standout performances from Rachin Ravindra, 116 off 89, but that opening pair of David Warner and Travis Head put on 175 for the first wicket. Despite suffering 2 defeats in a row, New Zealand are still third on the table. Australia are on a run, 4 wins in a row and 4th position on the table.
What a game of cricket. I mean, we saw Australia dominate early, none for 118 off 10 overs, seemingly on par to a 400 plus sort of total. New Zealand fought their way. You talk about these close games, I'd much rather see Australia win by 50 runs and go down to a 5-run margin at the end, but what a game of cricket we've seen.
We're going to start. He's already had his 2nd century. How exciting is it for a young player to just step up in those high pressure moments?
Well, I love watching his first 100 an over required, and for him to play that innings, 116 off 89 balls, and keep his team right in the contest, right until the very last ball of the game. The extreme pressure of a World Cup, New Zealand not wanting to lose consecutive games. So for a young man, first World Cup in at number 3 in Williamson's spot, let's remember. He's taking Kane Williamson's spot at number 3 to play the way that he did was outstanding to watch.
Rachin off one knee over deep mid-wicket. What a moment from this World Cup. Shall we talk about Travis Head and the start that Australia had? Just to put it into context, Australia on the ascendancy. Never before has a team scored over 300.
Warner got off to a great start as well. New Zealand were a little bit off with a brand new ball on a wicket that they thought might offer some assistance. Well, it didn't. There was very little swing there. There was no seam movement there. And Travis Head, having been out of the game for 5 weeks, steps back out in his first World Cup game and plays probably his best one-day knock ever. And Travis Head's knock, he's man of the match. He deserves every accolade that he gets today.
It's a can you believe it moment for Travis Head. You speak about him coming back after that broken hand for the team, for playing cricket and for scoring runs.
Yeah, I spoke to him before the game this morning, and when he got on the plane to leave Australia, it was slowly, cautious approach. So he turned up here only about a week ago with no preparation. So for him to come out and play the way that he did today, a magnificent knock and thoroughly deserves that man of the match.
Okay, we're going to throw the turning point, that 118-run power play that we saw, or the dropped catches. There were a handful. There
were a few actually. At the moment that Daryl Mitchell got out could have been a real turning point in the game as well. They got 9 runs off the over. The required rate at that stage was margins. We're talking about a 5-run victory to Australia. If Mitchell bats another 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 overs, maybe the result was different. So, I'm sure both teams will look back at this game and dissect every moment, every contest. So I'm actually picking that as the moment that turned the game.
Could this be the turning point of the tournament? That is the big question. The 5-time champions, 4 wins in a row. And from Ricky Ponting and myself, it's goodbye.